Hooky Street, say magnifique, Hooky Street, magnifique, Hooky Street, Hooky Street.
They're under starters' orders.
Jockeys!
I'm afraid Arkenfield will have to be sold, and you'll be evicted.
It's strictly business this time, Rachel.
It's crazy. The amount of money this is worth. I'd hope the bank would accept it as collateral for a loan.
When was the last time you were touched? Don't you dare talk
To me like this.
I can still feel it, Rachel. The blood in you. The pulse.
The thrill of the chase. Trainer returns next Wednesday at 8 on BBC1.
A screenplay comic double bill on 2 shortly starts with the Rastafarian rap poet Benjamin Zephaniah meeting the romantic poets Byron, Keats and the Shelleys in Dread Poets Society.
And she was very attractive.
And she always seemed to care.
Intelligent and articulate.
Oh, I wanted to conquer the world. And I found I couldn't. I was involved in a child's death. They say you can build 1,000 houses, but people who've been on the streets for years will always come back to the streets.
The inside story of a bag lady in half an hour.
Now, on BBC1, the 9 o'clock news with Michael Burke.
The French are fighting to save the franc and the exchange rate mechanism. Billions have been spent in the battle against the speculators, and the franc is still in trouble. David Mellor says he's not planning to resign, but he will go if he's become an embarrassment. And British Aerospace cuts 3,000 jobs after losing more than £100 million. Good evening. The future of Europe's exchange rate mechanism is hanging in the balance tonight after a desperate battle on the foreign exchanges to save the franc from devaluation. It was a repeat of what happened to the pound in the hands of the speculators last week. The French central bank spent billions today trying to prop the currency up and increased interest rates by 2.5%. This time, though, the German Bundesbank has given its full support, intervening in the markets heavily itself and issuing public expressions of confidence in the French currency. The franc was steady against the mark near the middle of its ERM band back in June, when President Mitterrand called the referendum on the Maastricht Treaty. Since then, increasing pressure has forced it to the floor of the band. Today's massive intervention by the French and German central banks only managed to lift it fractionally. It closed at 29.38 pfennigs.
Billions of French francs flowed across the currency markets today as speculators sought to repeat their victories over other European currencies by breaking the franc on the anvil of the German mark. The franc rallied as economists insisted that the French economy is basically sound. If anything, they say, the franc should be moving up, not down, against other currencies.
We are going to have more growth in France than in Germany, and less inflation in France than in Germany. So, I mean, I can't tell anything else, that I only see a French to be stronger.